The next two sounds we're going to do are ah and Now, I had some difficulty the first time that I taught this lesson because I was using a British textbook, and British English can and will be different than American English. So I'll explain the difference in a few moments after we do some of these ah words. So lower your jaw somewhat, put the back of your tongue down, and say ah, ah. Imagine if you are getting into a nice, warm, relaxing bath. Ah. Okay. Try some of these words and remember to repeat. Start. Start. Car. Car. Jar. Jar. Smart. Smart. Large. Large. Charge card. Charge card. Bizarre. Bizarre. Another Star Wars character, Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks. Garage. Garage. Let's do some sentences. Can you start the car? Can you start the car? How far is the bar, and what do they charge? How far is the bar, and what do they charge? Some say he's smart, but I think he's bizarre. Some say he's smart, but I think he's bizarre. The movie star won all our hearts. The movie star won all our hearts. I need to borrow a large jar. I need to borrow a large jar. Okay, now those are several words with the ah sound, but in Britain they use that sound even more often. I might agree with the pronunciation of many of these sounds, but occasionally there's going to be a word that is just said differently. I would say tomato, but someone in England would say tomato. I would say after. They would say after. I would say dance. They would say dance. I would say fast. Someone in England would say fast. And I would say answer, when a British person would say answer. So if you ever hear some different pronunciations like that, don't worry so much. I'm sure you'll get used to it. As time goes by, you'll meet more people from all over the world and begin to understand that they just have a slightly different way of speaking. But it shouldn't be a big problem. This next sound I hear a lot as a teacher, especially when I choose a student who doesn't seem to be paying any attention. I ask them a simple question, and they say, they don't know. So what I want you to do is relax your lips, lower your jaw, and just say, Let's try some words. Fun. Fun. Bun. Bun. None. None. Stun gun. stun gun, lump, lump, umpire, umpire, also called an ump, truck, truck, chuck, chuck. When I was a kid, we used to go to a pizza restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese's. Stuck, stuck, luck, luck, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, and Wonder Girls, Wonder Girls. Now, let's do a few sentences. I don't know if you've ever seen a stun gun before. A stun gun is not always fun if you shock yourself. A stun gun is not always fun. The other team won, but we still had fun. The other team won, but we still had fun. He fell with a thump, hit his head, and got a lump. He fell with a thump, hit his head, and got a lump. They called the ump a chump for being no fun. Remember, an ump is an umpire. They called the ump a chump for being no fun. There are some buns for sale out of Chuck's truck. There are some buns for sale out of Chuck's truck. This next sound, ah, you might make when the doctor tells you to open your mouth. Open wide and say ah, ah, ah. Or maybe you take a drink and, ah, it's too hot. Oh, it's so hot. Ah. So relax your lips, round them a little bit, lower your jaw, and put the front of your tongue down and ah, ah. Cop, cop. Mop, mop. Drop, drop. Pop, pop. Crop, crop. Crock pot, crock pot. Stock, stock, or stock market, stock market. Peacock, peacock. Slob, a very messy person is a slob. Sock, sock. Novel, novel. Shock, shock. Rock, rock. Now let's do a few sentences. Are you ready? Okay. Ron has hit rock bottom. When someone hits rock bottom, it means their life is not going very well. Ron has hit rock bottom. The foxes and peacocks bothered the golfers. The foxes and peacocks bothered the golfers. When John left the barber, he looked like he had a mop on top. When John left the barber, he looked like he had a mop on top. I was so shocked that I dropped the novel. I was so shocked that I dropped the novel. My job is to keep what customers want in stock. My job is to keep what customers want in stock. The cops think your pop is running a chop shop. A chop shop is a place where people take a stolen car and take it apart and sell the pieces. The cops think your pop is running a chop shop. And that's it for ah sounds. Make sure to practice and listen and repeat. In the West, a few years ago, a song came out called Pop, Lock, and Drop It. And I wasn't too sure at first what that meant, but it's a dance move where the person pops in one direction and then locks in another direction and then drops their body. That's the best that I can do. Pop, lock, and drop it. Okay. This next sound is something you might hear or you might say when you see something really cute, like a puppy or a baby. Aww. Aww, you're so cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I love you. So, this time, make your lips more rounded than before. Lower your jaw. Let out a nice aww, aww. Let's try some words. Fall, fall. Now you know fall is a verb. You could fall down. And then the next one that means kind of the same thing as fall, the season. Autumn, autumn. Airport, airport. Straw, straw. That could be something you use to drink, or it could be some dried grass. Paw, paw. Maybe when I'm looking at that cute puppy, I say, "Aw, give me your paw." Jaw, jaw. Report, report. Draw, draw. Store, store. Horse, horse. Encore, encore. Boston, Boston. New York, New York. Brawl, brawl. Sport, sport. Now this one, it depends where you live. I've heard people say water, but I say water, water. Fork, fork. Cork, cork. Are you ready for some sentences? Try your best. George was born in Boston, but now he lives in New York. George was born in Boston, but now he lives in New York. The dog wanting some pork, opened his jaw and put out his paw. The dog, wanting some pork, opened his jaw and put out his paw. We thought he had gone, then he performed an encore. We thought he had gone, but then he performed an encore. The horse didn't walk, but instead stormed through the course. The horse didn't walk, but instead stormed through the course. We had an awful quarrel. I was wrong, and now she's gone. We had an awful quarrel. I was wrong, and now she's gone. Okay, everyone, that's about it for are, and aw. I hope that you're practicing a lot, speaking loudly and clearly, and see you soon.